Well, finally, upstairs here in the spare bedroom, we have the full carbon fiber body kit from Mr. Duke Dynamics. This, of course, is for the crashed Ferrari 812 Superfast, and in today's video, we're actually test fitting this on the car. You can see the full carbon fiber hood, full carbon fiber rear bumper, front fenders, all the other nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the vlog. Well, this is a long time in the making. Finally, I've had this body kit for what? 6 months, 7 months? Now this is the Duke Dynamics 812 Comp wide body kit. It might be the first kit of its kind in the world, I'm not entirely sure, but this thing is gonna be extra wide. Well, I just counted and we got 23 pieces in total. This kit is gonna be so crazy when it's on the car. So the front fenders are full replacement fenders, whereas the rear fenders are actually molded onto the car. Now, as far as where we're gonna begin, I think the driver's side makes the most sense. The damaged side was on the passenger side, and the passenger side is perfect, but just for prosperity's sake, I think we're gonna start with the front driver fender. Now, weirdly enough, this piece is not raw carbon fiber. Every single other piece on the kit is, except for the driver front fender and the passenger front fender. Why that is, I don't have any idea. Now, it really shouldn't matter because I am planning on painting the entire car. What color I'm gonna paint it, I haven't figured out quite yet, but we gotta go with something subtle. I always do subtle, right? This side skirt should kind of sort of just clip in like so. Obviously I can't do this while holding the camera. Oh, the door should just kind of sort of, look at that. What? Well, it looks like overall the fitment on the side skirt is pretty good. Now I put a bolt here and a bolt here. I'm not gonna fasten down the entire thing just because I wanna fit all the other pieces, and sometimes you gotta make minor adjustments. With the skirt on, just that alone looks sick. Now before we do anything too crazy, I wanna protect this door, because the last thing we want to do is cause more damage. Now you'll notice that this wide body kit is actually significantly wider than a factory 812 Superfast, so we're going to have to get new wheels eventually, which also means we got to measure new wheels basically today or tomorrow. Honestly, the fitment right now, I am thoroughly impressed. This is going too well. Well, I'm going to pull the 812 back into the garage, lift it on the bent pack lift to finish up the front end of the car, but I felt like this was too cool of an opportunity. That is so crazy with the front fender on the car. It is coming to life. You can see we probably have, what, an extra maybe 2 inches, give or take? Well, the passenger fender didn't go on nearly as easy as the driver fender, which kind of makes sense. When the car was in the accident, it hit it on the passenger side, and so there's a couple little things that are sort of messed up, mainly the passenger door. You can see this section that is dented in. You can see the gapping right there. I got to get this door repaired. I'm really hoping I can repair it, then I don't have to replace it, because Ferrari parts are very expensive. And so far, I mean, this thing is not fitted to perfection quite yet, because we're just test fitting all the rest of the kit. But overall, she's looking prime. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces just for the front bumper. At least that's what I think. Don't judge me if I am wrong. There's no instructions whatsoever. I think we're gonna start with this front piece right here. But before we get to that, today's video has been sponsored by Vessie. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love Vessies. I've been wearing my Vessies for I think maybe 5 years now. Now Vessie has shoe options for everybody. You got your women's sneakers, you got your men's sneakers, your high tops, your low tops, and there are so many more options on Vessie.com/Stradman. But what I love about these Vessie weekend sneakers, they are so versatile. I can wear these every single day, no matter the occasion, no matter the weather forecast. I can wear these to work, I can wear them to church on Sunday, I can wear them when I'm walking Oscar or when I'm working on a crashed Ferrari 812. And the thing I love about the Vessie sneakers, more so than any other thing, they are waterproof. Over the course of the last 5 years, how many cars have I washed wearing my Vessie sneakers and my feet have stayed dry and warm? With Vessie's waterproof technology, it means you no longer have to plan around the forecast. You can easily slip them on and off, and they're comfortable every single day. And the durability, these Vessies will last you years and years and years to come. Your feet will thank you. Now, I love my Vessies, and I know you guys will as well. Vessies are waterproof, they're comfortable, they're stylish, they're ready for real life adventure. Pick up a pair at Vessie.com/Stradman, and you're gonna instantly get 15% off your first purchase. Check out the link below, or simply visit Vessie.com/Stradman. This bumper is out of control. It looks so crazy cool. It's so crazy what a process it was to get to this point. We had to pull the motor, we had to repair the frame, we had to put the motor back in, drive around the neighborhood, etc., etc., etc. And now in half an afternoon, the car is like coming to life. Now, yes, I realize the bumper is held on by 3 bolts that are not even tightly fastened down, but my, oh my, that view in the rear view mirror, yes sir, the Duke Dynamics wide body 812 Superfast. Now this piece somehow, maybe kind of sort of like, yay, we're just gonna put it there for now. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's so crazy when you have a vision and then you see that vision start to come to life, drop her to the ground, let the suspension settle. Yeah, that's right, baby. That's right. This thing is just coming to life. We gotta go get the hood as well. Wow, this car is gonna be transformed. Well, the last piece for the front end, and certainly not the smallest piece, we got the full carbon hood. Now, how I'm gonna get this on the car, I haven't quite sorted out, but you guys watch and be amazed. Sophie is here to save the day. Oh, and Floof, I hear Oscar. Oscar, bud, carbon. Okay. You guys gotta see this. The final piece of the puzzle. Oh my goodness. The fitment looks like garbage, okay? And I understand that, but, ooh. The classic hope and pray. These clips are always, that's not a bad start. I can't figure out how to get this rear bumper off, so we're pulling the tail light. Upon further review, we're gonna pull out the other tail light. And that is one rear bumper basically removed. This has got to be one of the more special things that I've seen in my time working on cars. This makes no sense whatsoever. So I got the rear bumper right here. I've disconnected it off the car. Now I got to unclip all the different wiring harnesses. Well, this main harness here, you'd think there'd be a connection point here, maybe a connection point there. There's not. The only way to actually get this bumper out of here, I have to disconnect every single point on this wiring harness. I already did the driver's side. Now I got to do the whole passenger side. All the parking sensors, the license plate lights, etc., etc. They all got to be disconnected so that I can get this wiring harness off this bumper. We got to disconnect every single one of these. It's not like it's that hard. It's just why? What would be 10 minutes worth of work is now going to turn into 20, 30 minutes of work. Assuming I can get this off. Come on. Nope. Not today. There we go. This entire passenger side has been pretty much removed. We got a couple more connections in here. Now you're probably going to say in the comments like, oh, well the connection point must be up here. You can see the grommet through there, and if you feed that through, you can actually see there's heat shielding right there that would also have to be removed. That seems like more work. If you're a Ferrari technician and I'm doing something wrong, please let me know in the comments below, because this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We just got a couple more connections. I gotta remove these nuts here as well. And many clips later, we got just this one last connection. Should be able to squeeze, bada boom, bada bing. This entire wiring harness has been fully disconnected, yeah? Yeah, okay, we good. This has gotta be one of the more ridiculous rear bumpers that I have ever removed. But ladies and gentlemen, it is 100% fully removed. It's so crazy to see the difference between these two bumpers. Obviously, we got the raw carbon Duke Dynamics. This thing weighs maybe like, I don't know, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, give or take. Whereas obviously the OEM one weighs a lot more, but it also has all the other nonsense attached to it. It's got the backup camera, it's got the license plate lights, it's got the Cavallino, you got the exhaust tips right there. That is a cool bumper. So I gotta transfer everything from this rear bumper to this rear bumper. Now removing the taillights on the driver's side was not a big deal because we now got to remove them on the passenger side. And tail light 4 of 4. Clip off like so. I don't know the full order of operations, but this piece goes in, and then this piece kind of sits like yay. Now, like the front bumper with the rear bumper, I'm not gonna add everything on quite yet. I just wanna see if it'll clip in place, and then we can go from there. The silly wiring harness, once again, is gonna be the death of me. I gotta figure out a place to kind of, we're gonna drop it out the bottom for now. Now, sometimes it's really easy to get ahead of yourself. It's fun to put the bumpers on. I gotta protect the paint though. This is take number 2. Ow. Okay, oh yes. Kind of like Should clip in right there. Now I'm struggling with the rear bumper ever so slightly. You can see this side is not clipped in, whereas this side is clipped in. If I was to clip in that side, this side would become unclipped, and that's because there's a rear crash bar that is protruding ever so slightly. We gotta trim the smallest little angle off that crash bar so we can clip in both sides. So the rear crash bar right here, I gotta trim just the tiniest little corner there and the tiniest little corner there. We got our safety glasses, and we have the angle grinder. Well, easy enough, cut number 1 and cut number 2. Now I would paint those black right now, but first I want to fit on the rear bumper, make sure it fits, and then after I confirm that it does fit, we'll pull the rear bumper and then paint and paint. Now it seems like the cut worked on this side, and on this side this should clip. Yes, sir. Now next up we have this piece, which is our exhaust surround, and it kind of goes in like so. A bunch of the holes have already been pre-drilled. You can see the 3 right there. So we got to install some M5 rib nuts. And easy enough, M5 rib nut right there and right there. I honestly could not even imagine doing body kits without rib nuts. It is a beautiful, beautiful technology. Now the last piece is this center section of the diffuser. It almost looks like a rain light goes there. So this piece kind of sets in, it looks like that, maybe? I think that completes the entire rear bumper assembly. It's a little bit difficult to show. So we have the center section of the diffuser, as well as both exhaust surrounds. Working on the back half of this car is a little bit awkward because it's a little bit tighter on space. Now the last couple pieces, as I mentioned, got to be panel bonded onto the car, but it also does clip in here on that rear 3/4. That's pretty much it right there. Look at that. That's it. It's so funny because the A12 looks so cool, but at the same time, it looks like a piece of junk. You got blue painter's tape everywhere. You got microfibers just so the carbon fiber doesn't scratch. And then you got fender gap nation. But my, oh my, this car, when it is done, it is gonna be so wide, it is gonna be so aggressive. The 812 from Duke Dynamics. The view of this car from every single angle is just ridiculous. I also realized I'm missing the center section, which I actually put right in here. Now this piece also has to be panel bonded onto the car, so there's really no way to mount it in place right now, but it kind of sort of clips, kind of like that. Oh my goodness, Girth Nation, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. And I just realized we're missing one last piece. So this apron piece kind of sits right there, and this piece will stay exposed carbon fiber. Everything else will be painted, but this will stay carbon fiber. Oh yes, yep. This project is so overwhelming because there are still so many items to do, and the order of operations has got to be precise. I have to order wheels ASAP because custom wheels usually take 3 months, give or take, and you can see how significantly wider this rear is than a factory 812 Superfast, so we got to measure ASAP, but I got to get these rear fenders panel bonded onto the car, and then I got to get it molded on so you can't see the line whatsoever. Now I've never done that before, and would I like to try that? Absolutely. And on a lot of cars I would, but on this car I feel like I need a professional to actually mold the fenders on. And of course it goes without saying, the interior, yes, 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 I hear you guys loud and clear. The dashboard, like I said, 7 to 10 business days. I said that yesterday, so 6 to 9 business days, we're gonna have the dashboard and we can complete the entire interior. Now I wanna paint this car, I wanna do another custom interior, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what spec to do. It's gotta be subtle, like I said earlier, it's got to be subtle. I always do subtle specs, so I got to figure that as well, and then I got to fit all this front end. I got to get all these gaps absolutely perfect, because right now, obviously you can see, I mean, that's not acceptable, and this is definitely not acceptable. Now, crazy enough, the original spec of this car did not have Ferrari shields right here, so I gotta order 2, one for the driver, one for the passenger side. This front end, I gotta get like a custom grill made. I gotta install all the parking sensors as well. I gotta get an emblem right here, which I should be able to pull off the old bumper. So there's a lot of tiny little details. I gotta fix the passenger mirror. I gotta fix the passenger window. I gotta fix the door. I forgot about the door. guys have it, the first test fitment of the Duke Dynamics widebody 812 comp. This car, when it is finished, is gonna be one of the coolest cars I've ever done. Now, it's a long process to get to the finish line, but this was a huge step in the process. This car, that view, yes sir. We have a lot of fun videos in the pipeline. We got massive updates on the basement, on the back cave garage. Contractors were here all last week. They were here today. They're gonna be here tomorrow. That video is coming very, very, very soon. And then we have another fun video coming that's a little bit nostalgic. More on that later, but on that bombshell, today's video is over.